Welcome back, Gridiron fans. I'm your online host, Andrew Homan. With me right now is reporter David Michael. We're going to break down the MVL. David, looking at these power rankings, there's not a lot of movement.
No, there really hasn't been a lot of movement. It's a real separation of powers in the MVL. You've got the top three, the bottom three. The only real conflict is right there in the middle. So we'll start at the top. At the top, you've got our big three kings. You've got Maysville, Tri-Valley, and Sheridan. Now, the Panthers and the Generals picked up another conference win each, but it was against teams at the bottom of the conference, so it was really expected. Now, if you look at Tri-Valley, though, they did have a loss to Zanesville, but it was only to 10-7. And also, that's a team outside the conference, and I still think that they get to keep that number 2 spot. And really, I think that they have the potential to be the top team in all the conference. But if you really want to look at the team in the top 3 from this last week, Sheridan's rushing game was nothing to blink at. Usually all eyes are on Dylan Dupler, but Derek Gross, the running back, had 27 carries, 189 yards, and 3 touchdowns. He was for sure the game's MVP.
Derek Gross's performance was very impressive. It was one of the most impressive out of this week as a whole. But John Glenn's running game, it was firing on all cylinders as well.
That's right. Shane Bonner was also a force to be reckoned with this game. He had 23 carries, 97 yards, and a touchdown of his own. However, John Glenn themselves kept stopping themselves on drives whenever they had poorly attempted passing plays or easily avoided penalties. They really should have just stuck to the ground. They still have a lot of personnel issues, which keep them down at the bottom, even compared to the other two who also did not have victories this week. Now, if you really want to talk about where there was some change, the middle 3 is where it gets interesting. We had a face-off between the 4 and 5 spots between New Lex and Crooksville. It was close. Crooksville had that early lead in the first quarter, but the effort apparently burned out their offense. Landon Hinkle was forced to carry his team with 52 yards passing and 155 yards rushing. In fact, the quarterbacks for both teams led in both passing and rushing. But Bradley Capper also had Andrew Spicer to back him up, and an O-line that managed to push forward and evenly throughout the entire game. The Panthers managed to stay on top, holding their number 4 spot. However, this loss is going to cost Crooksville their number 5 spot. They played a great game, but Philo played a little bit of a better one, and they were at number 6. Philo broke their 2-game losing streak big time, defeating Riverview 35-0. It was good practice for Nathan Baker and Dylan Tweedy, who were the top scorers of the night at 2 each. Now, I know a lot of people won't agree with this move in the rankings, but I firmly believe that breaking that win streak is going to be what gives the Electrics that surge.
You know, Nathan Baker, he is a really good quarterback. I think that he has a chance to lead this Philo team to the top of that middle section. And who knows, maybe even break the top 3. We'll have to wait and see, David. And hey, if you are not in our coverage area and you can't get a signal from your TV on Friday nights, make sure you're on our YouTube stream. We'll be tweeting the link out leading up to the show, and it'll be posted on our website, so there's no way that you can miss our show on Friday nights. For David Michael, I'm Andrew Homan. Thanks for watching.